Nou kyk, die Suid-Afrikaanse Guinness-wêreldrekord-houer Fillary sluit volgende by ons aan, want ons moet natuurlik gesels oor die feit dat sy binnekort twee nuwe Guinness-wêreldrekorde gaan probeer breek. So dit is baie opwindend. Good morning, Amber.
Good morning, morning. I don't speak very good Afrikaans.
Amber, we don't mind the English, Afrikaans, whatever you're comfortable with, because what is impressive is, of course, your Guinness World Records and the attempts that you're going to be doing. So, I mean, that doesn't matter what language you speak, that remains impressive.
Thanks, yeah.
Amber, I want to start with, where did this love for ice water swimming start?
Yeah, everybody keeps asking me, this love of ice water. I don't know if it's so much of a love of ice water, but I had a job when I first went to England in my early 20s, and I had this job at this open air swimming pool, and they kept it open all year round. And that's when I kind of started cold water swimming, which now has become very fashionable.
Oh, wow, incredible. Now, you already have the record, and just to get it right, you swam the longest swim under ice on a single breath, wearing only a bikini and goggles, and that was 90 meters. And I know you're attempting to break that now, but how do you prepare for something like that?
Yes, so I'm planning. I have the opportunity now to use a neck weight. Guinness are allowing me to use a neck weight, so I'll have the opportunity to go further. So I'm hoping to do 110 to 120 some meters, depending on what I can do. So how I've prepared is, I'm in Cape Town at the moment, and I've been training with my coach just for breath hold and technique. And then I'm going to be leaving on Thursday to go to Germany, and I will then get into the ice lakes in Germany to start getting used to the cold water, and then I go to Norway. So hopefully it all works out.
Amber, I saw the video on social media of you breaking the world record the last time, and you were saying to people, let's see if you can do this with me. Hold your breath. I tried doing that. After 20 seconds, I was completely panicked and I was out. How long do you anticipate to be under the ice this time? And how do you keep calm? You say somebody should stay in their head. How do you do that?
Yeah, no, I have to be extremely calm just because I'm holding my breath. And I don't know, I just tried to either, this record that I did, that you're showing, I concentrated on counting on my arm strokes just to try and keep, focused. And yeah, if I do this swim now, it will probably take me about 3.5 minutes. So it'll be a bit of a long breath hold.
Wow, 3.5 minutes. I want to add to what Jenna Lee just said.
I'm practicing.
Yes, because we literally practiced yesterday and this morning, and we had a time and we weren't even underwater. We were just kind of standing going, and I think the longest we got to was 1 minute and 7 seconds. So 3.5 sounds like a bit to go. Is that something that you train? Like, can you over time hold your breath for longer?
Yes, I don't know if it's a little bit of, I'm lucky that I can do this. And yeah, you'll be surprised. I know you guys say, you could only hold your breath, for that amount of time. But if I had to come and work with you now, you would probably get it up to close to 2 minutes. It's with time and with practice and learning to still your brain, you will be able to hold your breath longer. Yeah, so training improves it.
Amber, obviously, when you get into the water, you're not by yourself. I'm assuming there are people in the water with you to assist you if anything goes wrong?
Yeah, yeah, totally. And no matter whether I'm training like I'm training here, where the water's warm, or whether I'm underneath the ice, I have safety divers with me, because there's always the chance that I can black out, and then if I black out and there's not somebody to take me out of the water, then I will drown. So it's
Wow.
kind of, there's always somebody watching me and keeping an eye on me, just to make sure that I'm okay. Yeah.
Amber, what are some of the dangers involved in an attempt like this? And I know you mentioned the blackout and drowning. Is that the main focus of dangers, or are there some other dangers that we're not necessarily aware of?
No, I think, because I'm not doing depth, I'm just going horizontal. So the main danger is blacking out. But then, of course, when it comes to the ice, it makes it a little bit more dangerous in the sense that I get out where there's a hole. So, in that sense, it becomes a little bit more dangerous than swimming in a swimming pool where any time I can surface. But when I'm under ice, how they'll do it now when I do the record, there'll be my starter hole, and then there'll be a hole at 20 meters, and then a hole at 40 meters, and maybe a hole at 60 meters, and then after that it'll be every 10 meters, and then when it gets to 100 meters, there'll be a hole every 5 meters. But
Wow.
yeah, I mean, obviously, I can only get out where there's a hole. So that is a little bit of a danger. And it's also quite easy underneath the ice to get lost, So I do have a line that I'm following, but, you can lose direction and perspective when you're underneath the ice. So that's also, you just have to be careful of that with the ice.
Fascinating. It truly is fascinating. Amber, we're going to continue speaking about this new Guinness World Record attempt after the break. Ons gesels verder met Amber Fillary wat binnekort die 4de Maart twee Guinness-wêreldrekord pogings gaan aanwend. Amber, you are set to try 2 world records on the 4th of March. How difficult is it to try or attempt 2 Guinness World Records on one day?
Wow, I know. I don't know if I'm being a little bit ambitious, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how I manage to do it. But I've had really difficulty. I haven't managed to find sponsorship. I know because what I'm doing isn't a conventional sport, so it's just been really difficult. So I started a crowdfunding. But the team that's helping me in Noorweë, a lot of them volunteer. And so I can't ask them to come back another day. So that's why I'm going to have to, if I want to attempt both the records, I'm going to have to do them on the same day. So it will be a little bit ambitious, but I'm going to do the no fins, the record that I have already that I'm going to aim to break first. And then somebody else is going to try a monofin record, and then I'll try the monofin record after. So hopefully it will work. I'm hoping.
Incredible. You've also chosen the 4th of March specifically. Why this date?
Well, yeah, I mean, the reason that I'm doing it on this date, I suppose the person who's putting everything together in Noorweë for me, he's actually a headmaster of a school. And so this is his holidays, helping me break a record. So that's the reason that we picked that date. And also the ice will be, it's a good time for the ice. So, yeah, so that's really the reason. There's no other reason.
Amber, you speak quite openly about mental health issues and the supporting of mental health issues. You yourself have been through quite a lot of trials and tribulations in your life. Would something like this, does this help you overcome those or deal with the mental health issues?
Yeah, I mean, like my line is, and part of my message and part of why I'm doing this is to try and encourage people that, like I've had depression and addictions, to try and encourage people to be more open and speak more openly about the issues that they have. And I think, you know, I'm a water person, so the water really helps me. And, you know, with the breath hold, it's kind of like meditation. So, yeah, and even the cold water is supposed to be good for mental health. So I think, you know, everything that I've been doing is helping me. Yeah, it's helping me keep a little bit on the straight and narrow, if you want to put it that way. So yeah, I wouldn't advise everyone to dive underneath the ice, but it's kind of like follow your dreams no matter the obstacles. Yeah.
Amber, you spoke about the danger connected to this earlier. Why then, I must say it's quite impressive at the age of 50, why would you still do it? What is it that motivates you, besides, of course, the mental health awareness that you just spoke of? What is it that motivates you to still be doing this?
Wow, I know, I'm half a century old. Well, you know, I did the record last year, and then Arby, the person who's helping me, is like, yeah, see you next year, see you next year. So, because I wasn't really going to do it again, and I don't know, a few things have fallen into line for this attempt that I'm going to do. You know, that Guinness are allowing me to use a neck weight, so it will allow me to go further. And there is a guy who has dived to 105 meters, so I would like to dive further than that. And they've introduced the new record, so yeah. So I'm going to give it a go. I mean, I don't know if I'll do it again because there's a lot of training involved, and yeah, the sponsorship, I haven't had that. But yeah, I'll do this one more time, and let's see what I can achieve.
Amber, best of luck for the 4th of March. We hold all our thumbs and toes, and we wish you the best of luck. We're sure it'll be great. We'll also follow your journey, and thank you very much for taking this time this morning to speak to us.
No, thank you so much for having me, and I really appreciate it. And yes, any luck, I will really be grateful.
Thanks, Amber. Sien daai het jy dit wys jy ook net moet laat niks in die lewe terughou nie, né? Jy kan enigiets oorkom, stel vir jouself 'n doelwitte. Dis baie interessant. Die 4de Maart natuurlik, dan is daai poging vir 2 Guinness-wêreldrekords waar sy 110 meter onder water, onder ys in een enkele asem gaan probeer swem.
Ons gaan vir duime vashou, ons gaan asem ophou solank as wat ons kan om maar te ondersteun.
Ja, absoluut.